I'm saying it's episode 11, Uncalled For podcast. You got your boy, School, to my left. We got Don Juan. Down below, Zach, Aaron, Johnny, Hines. Fellas, how we doing, man?
Chilling, man.
Colin,
Great.
Colin.
Wish I
How
could
was
say better, brother.
how was
Took a lot of
Christmas?
L's this weekend.
How was Christmas this weekend for y'all? How much Christmas was? This kind of felt like Christmas for me. I don't know about for y'all, but I've been waiting for this
Everybody
shit
did
for a
well, but
long
mine's for
time.
real.
Mm-hmm.
It was a beautiful Sunday, man. I ain't
Let's
gonna
clap it
lie
up
to
for the
you.
one and O's. The one and O's here. Let's clap it up for the one and O's. If you're not clapping, I apologize.
My boys over
Hey
there
man, I
clocking
got an
it
icebreaker
down.
for y'all, man. Speaking about the NFL, easily getting out of. All right, I got a question. If you could switch places with one person, let's say this last weekend, and an NFL player, who would it be? If you could switch places for one game, one day.
You know what? Y'all gonna like this one. Give me Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy, man. On the road
Oh,
in Seattle, down three, need a touchdown because your kicker can't kick. Go down the field, man. Game winning drive, game winning touchdown, bro. When the whole world is doubting you, bro, I need that. I need that. Give me that. Brock Purdy, man.
He it is a fully loaded Nissan Altima that you guys took.
Nah, bro. It's cool. 1-0. Get it done.
I know that's right.
give me that man Aaron Rodgers, bro. Ain't nothing like going and getting some revenge like he did when balled out against the Jets. You know he's walking around with his head high. Uh, I know that man's feeling good. So if I were to be one dude in the league, it'd be him.
So, well, you're gonna be winning
It's-
too at that point. If I could switch places with one person, it probably gotta be that boy Josh Allen. I ain't gonna lie, he walked something down crazy on Thursday. So, yeah, or on Friday, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm going with Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen went crazy.
Sure did.
Yeah.
My
Hey.
answer, my answer will be Jameis Winston. Well, I'm getting paid to watch the game. I don't need to be out there.
Great uncalled for.
And if Russell Wilson get hurt, I'm still not going in. Like it got to be two quarterbacks to get hurt for me to go in. So yeah, the
You the
team
glue
lost.
guy.
The team lost, but I could talk my talk, and everybody knows the character I'm gonna be. So
Right.
you know, they know not to take me too serious. So I get to chill.
That's who podcast I'm waiting for. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see James Winston on his own podcast.
That'd be
Let's
crazy.
do numbers. Let's do numbers.
That'd be
He's a
crazy.
character.
Now, Ant took mine. I was going to set a lazy option, and I was going to pick a backup QB, but since he took it, I'm going to go ahead and go with Micah Parsons, man. Proving ground season. I think he get a time to really prove himself over at Green Bay. And I think he did well this weekend, so proving ground. I've been playing too
That
much
was
2K, man.
I got to go with the Mbuka over in Tampa Bay, man. Calling your own number for the game winning tug. That's tough. And telling the star receiver on the team, I'm going to score this touchdown, bro. That's 10, bro.
I
That's
know where he
it.
come from.
Respect.
Uh,
Respect.
Yeah,
I
Respect.
know where, hey, man. You know what I'm
Respect.
saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ohio State taking over in NFL. They ain't wide receiver.
Ben took over. I ain't gonna lie though, you brought up that Jameis Winston, like that. There's two best jobs in the world, bro. Like 1A, 1B, bro. There's being a backup quarterback or a third string, still getting the M's to watch the game, like you said, and then being a head coach, because you could be the trashiest head coach, but if you get one opportunity at the professional level and you still suck and they fire you, bro, they still gotta run that bread, bro. And then you could just take like a 3-year vacation, like that shit. That sound like fucking vacation to me.
Right. You're right. I do suck. Give me my money.
Right, exactly. Like Cliff Kingsbury, I got fired from the Cardinals, bro, and I think they just now finished paying him, bro. Like, that shit is crazy to me.
I will say this
take
though,
that
like
part.
the backup QB has no pressure at all. Like nobody expected. Like even if the starting QB get hurt, it's like we lost. Like you could only maximize that opportunity and be like, oh damn, we won with the backup. Like, but we still want the starter back.
Right.
Unless your name is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Rob,
But
Rob Purdy.
um, yeah, that's just the instance of most backups. Like even Tommy DeVito when he came in for the Giants and he had a little aura like, and he just got released. Giants fans like they kind of like, damn, we're gonna miss him.
We're gonna miss DeVito, man.
Not because he was
He
good
won
or
us that one
anything, just
game.
because.
It's for the vibes, man.
Man, they can't do this
Right.
after touchdowns no more.
Man, that was a good order.
Man, but shoot, just talking about week one, man, like we was a bunch of us was tuned in. Started from Thursday. You had the Eagles beat the Cowboys. You had the Eagles' best player on defense. Didn't even play a snap. That was crazy. Then you go over to Brazil, and then you had the Chargers and the Chiefs, and it seemed like it was going to be the same old Chargers, and they was going to choke on the situation, but they end up maximizing and winning that. And then you just had a bunch of games. So what stood out to y'all week one?
Whew. But I
Oh
mean,
man,
The Raiders.
outside of my own team, man, that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
shit.
Well, let's talk about our teams first, and then we'll talk about everything else that happened. That stood out to you.
That's a lot. That's a lot to pinpoint.
Yeah, let's
Oh
let's
man,
start let's start with the 1L in the group real quick, man.
how much time
Let's
I
get that
got,
over
man?
with.
Who
How
y'all
much
lose
time I
to?
got on this? How much time I got, man? Because my Patriots, they it was the tale of two halves, man. And Coach Vrabel called it. He did a press conference he did a podcast on Monday, I believe, and he called it the game of missed opportunities. We seen a lot of that, man. We had Harold Landry going crazy on defense, man. Had 2.5 sacks. We held Ashton Jeanty under 50 yards, man. He came and after that first couple drives, he looked really promising, like he was gonna run all day on this man. But man, it's disappointing, bro, to see our team go out like that. But I got to give credit to the Raiders where credit is due. Uh, you know what? Geno Smith, he looked like a very poised quarterback, man. He looked like a vet out there. Everything we threw at him, he had a counter to it. He had and the play call from Chip Kelly was great. Every time we dialed up a blitz, we was getting the pressure there, but he just found that out route to go to. Not a real live out route, but he always found that exit to go to. But one thing I will say, man, some things we do need to improve on as the Patriots. That secondary, our pass coverage is dog shit. Gonzo, we need you back, boy. If you see this, which I hope you do, we need you back. Carlton Davis, your ass got cooked. You lost us the game, motherfucker. And it's all right. I ain't mad at you, but do better next week. And then also too, man, Drake, man, you can't throw 40 passes, bro, and have under like 300 yards passing, dog. I need you to take some more shots downfield. I need you to get more loose. You're a better playmaker than what I seen on Sunday. So just be better. We looked a little mediocre. First half we looked good, but second half we looked mediocre. But that's how I feel about my team, man.
Well, since we're talking about that game, might as well pile on that. That game was more about what the Raiders did than what the Patriots didn't do. The Patriots came in. I think they had a really good plan. They wanted to stop the run, and for the most part, they did. Right? They were heavy loading the box, blitzing a lot. I mean, they were all over it. I think the Raiders did a good job second half making adjustments, kind of countering that. And then defensively for the Raiders, you saw a different defense in that second half. I thought a couple things really stood out to me was like the effort and energy that the Raiders were giving on defense. Like whenever somebody made a play, you saw the sideline jumping around, everybody going crazy. I think that is the Pete Carroll effect. Like he really feeds into that. And then also too, the defensive coordinator who's been in the booth the last couple years with the Raiders, Patrick Graham, he had him on the field. So Pete Carroll, there was a couple of times where he was like kind of talking to him, getting in his face, like loving him up, like nothing bad, but it was just like good to see like Pete Carroll being so hands on with the defense. And I think you really saw that, especially in the second half. They shut the Patriots down big time. And then obviously Geno threw for over 300. I believe he leads the league in passing right now, if I'm not mistaken. Um, they look really good, but the Pete Carroll effect is in effect right now in Las Vegas.
To
Yeah,
your
I think
point, Johnny,
Johnny
y'all.
summed it up nicely. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say to your point, Johnny, your Raiders defense did step it up in the second half, man. We had 3 drives, 3 and outs, and only got 3. No, excuse me. we got three and outs on y'all and only ended up getting 3 points off that, bro. Like that's how good y'all defense was playing. So credit to y'all for sure. Credit to the Raiders. My bad, Zach.
Yep. No, you good. You good. I think Johnny summed it up nicely. I just feel like I wasn't a fan of the Patriots game plan. I feel like they were too focused on just Genty, especially with him just being a rookie. So I think that's what their downfall was. I think Genty still has a lot of developing to do. It's only his first game in his entire NFL career. So I don't think he played the best, but like I said, he's very new to the league. So got some adjustments to make. Um, that's what the Patriots game plan for. Outside of that, everybody else played well. I mean, we got the job done, man. I feel like the Patriots just didn't play to the best of their ability, but also at the same time, I feel like their ceiling ain't that high this year. So
Damn. It's only week one. It's all right. Like you said, we didn't play to our strengths.
He said, "I'm not going." He said, "I'm not going to talk about my team. I'm gonna trash yours."
Right.
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
it is what it is.
Respect it.
We
You earned that
talked
right,
about
bro. You earned
it,
it.
but we did talk about it when we talked about the division breakdown with the Patriots. Like Drake
Where they
May,
going?
like what is he? Like they don't have that over the top offensive weapon. Like they showed us who they were on Sunday. They really did. They're gonna play good defense, and the offense is gonna do exactly what they did on Sunday.
Right.
What's good for them? I think they'll have a good confidence boost. Yeah, I don't see them losing to the Dolphins. Like the Dolphins was just atrocious Sunday, losing to the Colts. But they have a chance if they lose this one. Hey, I'm sorry, Miles. It
Hey,
might be a long season again.
I'm right there with you. I'm
Right.
right there with you. I think week one is a litmus test, man, to see where your team is at. We could put up a fight we had them in the first half, but we didn't finish the game. We got to play 2 halves. I mean, Kayshawn Booty, y'all talked a lot of shit about him, but he was our leading receiver on the team. Man had over 100 yards, 6 catches, 8 targets. So Drake might have found his guy. I think ultimately we just gotta the game plan got to be different. Josh McDaniels, you can't coach to win in the first half and then coach to just coach because it's your job in the second half. Which I feel like he was just running the script the whole second half. So definitely got to get more creative with the play calling next game, especially against the Dolphins. So we'll see.
And to clean up your comment, we never talked shit about Booty. We talked shit about what you said he was going to be.
Okay. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
telling the whole truth.
All right.
Scoob, you want us faithful fans to start, or
Yeah.
you want to
Nah,
go
go
ahead?
ahead. Go ahead. Y'all right there next to Vegas. Go ahead. Y'all, it's y'all turn. I want to hear
All
what y'all
right,
got to say.
Aaron. I'll start. I'll start off because I know you got a lot to say. So all I gotta say is this was probably the most nervous I've been heading into a week one. Just because like we talked about there's so many uncertainty, there's so many wild cards. But I will tell you, like week one, right? It's only week one, but I was very impressed on the defensive side, right? That's where a lot of people knocked us. It's like, oh man, they're very young. They got rookies on every level. And we held Seattle to 13 points with the offensive side giving up 2 turnovers and our kicking game, one getting blocked and one missing. So that right there just caused your Seattle just had a bunch of built-in momentum just off of that energy. So I was very impressed with what the defense did Sunday.
For sure. And one of the out of the 13 points, bro, they got a touchdown off of a BS PI in the end zone, which it was a 4th and 2. It would have been a turnover on down. So with Robert Saleh back, bro, you can see the energy is definitely high. I told y'all I was sad Dre Greenlaw was gone, but I knew what we had behind him. And D Winters put on a hell of a performance for his first game with us. So I'm excited to see what he does or how he carries that into the next week. But going on to the offensive side of the ball, man, I know Brock had 2 turnovers, but I think that was one hell of a game from him just managing the game. Besides the 2 bonehead picks, which honestly, if the ball is just a little bit better, it's either incomplete or a completion. I thought he did a hell of a job with what he had. He lost his best tight end first drive or second drive of the game. Obviously, Juwan Jennings went down. The whole talk in Brock's career was he needs the Avengers with him, and he didn't have that. Debo's not there anymore. Brandon's still on IR. Trent Williams, yes, you could like he's had a great career, but I thought he was very sloppy. As long as our whole old line that game, and I think he was pressured like 30 some % of his passes. So to will that team down on the final drive and get a touchdown, you could say it was a bad ball. We see a lot of quarterbacks throw up some BS that the receivers bail them out on. We just so happen to get our chance on one of their worst corners, which is a great game plan. Honestly, Tariq Woolen had a couple opportunities that game to get a pick, but he's shown he can't play the ball in the air. And that's been like the knock on his young cornerback career. So I'm excited from what I've seen. Obviously, the injuries suck. You know, Brock Purdy questionable for next game. George on IR. We got to rely possibly on Mac Jones, which I mean, shit,
It's a great
Oh,
quarterback.
shit.
Hey, I mean,
The only it's the
for back,
Saints. We
go
say
ahead. I
that.
was saying as a backup, I would take Mac Jones out of a lot of backups in the NFL. So, like last year, we had to rely on Josh Dobbs or Brandon Allen, and the year before that, I forgot who we had to rely on, but it used to be like Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard. Like we got somebody
Yeah,
that could process a lot faster than that could get the ball out that has some credibility just from a starter standpoint. So I'm okay with having Mac Jones as a backup. I think that's best case scenario if your QB1 goes down.
for
He's a
sure.
Pro Bowler.
And we brought it up. You know, when we did the breakdown, we got the easiest schedule. Like we got the Saints. They're starting Spencer Rattler. Like that does not concern me at all. And then you go play the Cardinals the week after. So there's time. There's wins to be had on this schedule, even if we're not at full strength. The one concern, not even a concern, just complaint that I have is the overusage of Christian McCaffrey at this stage of his career. You get Brian Robinson for a reason. I'd like to kind of see those two share a workload. I know what CMC provides us, not only in the running game but the passing game, which is why he's out on the field more times than not. But it's just week one. I think he had a game high like 27 touches. I'd like to see Kyle Dahl back on that just a little bit. Utilize Brian Robinson, preferably in the goal line or a low red zone. I think that's where he's best used at. But other than that, man, I think we got Kendrick Bourne coming back on Monday for the next game. And then, yeah, it's the Saints, so I'm not really tripping about that. I think we could run off the first 4 games of the season before we head over to LA.
Yeah. And just
You
one
don't
last
think
thing out. What's
he
now
up?
you
said they're
don't
gonna
think
beat them Saints.
Spencer Rattler played well last week?
Not well enough to win the
You
game.
don't
I mean, he did fine. I don't really expect Spencer Rattler to do much. So like what he did is kind of what I expected, and like so I wasn't really. I don't know. It just wasn't nothing different.
Well, what we did to Sam Darnold, I mean, a veteran, a seasoned quarterback after the year he just had, we all know it was because of Justin Jefferson and Kevin O'Connell and Jordan Addison and stuff like that. But Sam Darnold, before their last drive, had 99 yards passing. And so if we're doing that with Sam Darnold,
He
please,
looked
Spencer
good
Rattler.
on that last drive.
Yeah.
Till
And,
that,
and,
he lost the
and
play.
yeah, but it's just him finding one dude. Like we pretty much lost. If we contain JSN most of that game, bro, that shit's not even close. But he ran wild on us. I think he had 146. So no other receiver had anything else. But as I'm saying, if Sam Darnold can get held under 150, 200 yards, Spencer Rattler is not doing shit on us. I'm sorry, but
Quick question for you, faithful Niners, before we move on. So do you guys feel comfortable with Mac Jones being a starter, but he's in the backup role? So he's, we were just talking about that QB2 atmosphere. I'm chilling. I really ain't trying to do shit. You feel comfortable enough for him to go into this game with these type of weapons and win the game?
Yes, I will say this: Mac Jones is not like a lot of QBs in my opinion, because I think he's still trying to get a starting job. So the same way Sam Darnold was in our system, like yes, Sam Darnold only started one game and it didn't work out, but he's still in a mindset of I need a job after this. There's a lot of QBs, yes, but they want to have a starting job, but they know it's probably not realistic. Like Mac Jones has a possibility of getting a starting job after his 2 years. I believe he got a 2 year contract with us.
Does he?
Ice up, Brock.
Are you
Ice
guys
up,
being faithful
please.
right now? Are
I,
you guys
I,
being
It
are you guys
sounds like
being
a
hopeful
faithful
right
hold
now?
on
comment,
now.
bro.
Sounds like
My
some
boy,
faithful Niners right now.
don't do my man's Mac like that. One thing I will say is he
ice
did
up,
it. He
please,
won
Brock.
games. He won games with Matt Patricia as his offensive coordinator. So if he could do that, man, he got a lot more weapons on the Niners than he did on the Patriots. So
Yeah,
he got to punch his chance, bro. He got to punch his chance.
Like I said, with any out of all the backup QBs, he's definitely top two. I'm just trying to think like who's really out there.
Top two?
No,
Carson
I
out of
take
the
I.
backup
Well,
QBs. Yeah,
Jameis is third string.
Top
Never
two.
mind. I was about to say I take Jameis, but he third string.
Mm,
it's,
that's a good question. We got to say
and
that one. That's a good
and
one.
that is
and
a good
at least
question.
in our system, I don't think Jameis in our
I
system
would
would
I
be the back.
would I would say Buddy from the Bengals because when he had to come in for Joe, they really didn't miss a beat. What's his name? Played out UW. I forget his name, but he came in and did his job at the Bengals in that offense. But then again, you're throwing a Jamar and T. So what's his name? Oh, Jake
Some
Browning.
I was like
Jake
Brett from
Browning.
Folsom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Um,
that's the only person I can think of that was actually productive. But got Mariota in Washington.
Josh Dobbs up there too. He get you some
That's what I was about to
lightning.
say. Y'all played Josh Dobbs, bro. Like he was just trash.
He was
Right.
trash for us last year.
He good for like one or two games. That's it. One
I
or two
will say
games.
For a
this
That
about
couple
the
happens.
series
Niners.
in a game.
I would say this last thing about the Niners, and then Scoob, I'll let you take over about your Steelers. But we was in a lot of games last year, exactly like that, right? We either had to make a play, or we had to make a play either on offense and defense, and they did exactly that with the Brock drive and the Nick Bosa putting that pressure on that right tackle, which messed up, which caused the fumble. So we didn't finish games last year, and I know it's only week one, but that's something that I'm okay with. Like we need to start winning those type of games again.
That's a week one rival at their crib, bro.
Yeah.
Got the dub, so we take that.
Hey man, just going to the Pittsburgh though. I'm gonna start offense, man. Offense, it was beautiful, man. I haven't seen this long of not going 3-0 in a long time. So I think this is the Aaron Rodgers effect. Making with what he got around him, making everything better. I just think that running game's going to really bite us in the ass if we really can't get no yards going. Um, Jalen Warren, he didn't have too much of the best game. Caleb, I don't know. I like Kenneth Gainwell though. He makes some good ass blocks and he's doing what he has to do in the backfield. So I like him as a starter. I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to that running the game, man, that's what the only thing I really think that's missing. That's really gonna separate us. Um, Defense, it just looks like shit. Like what I'm saying, it looked terrible. Um, I just don't know if that's because the Jets are a sleeper team. Like maybe they actually are powerful, and maybe they actually are a really nice team, and we fought with a good team, or we just look like shit. So I'm just happy that we have that fight in us. I think it's a good team. I think it's competitive in the AFC. I'm not going to say Super Bowl contenders. I'm not going to be crazy, but it just all going to play effect. We got to get these little things out the way, and that running game's going to play a major part. Um, we've got Seattle next week, home game. I think this is going to be the real test to see like where we are. Yeah. Did we just play a good ass team, or last week we was shit? And I think the Seattle's going to be the test for us to see where we at. Are we going to be a dominant team, or we going to fight and battle every fucking game we play for the whole season? Um, but yeah, besides that, man, go Steelers. Happy to see Baltimore go down. Cincinnati scratched that one, so I think we have a good chance to win the AFC North.
Hey
Crazy
man,
game, man.
Ramsey's a fucking dog, bro. Like I already
Come
knew he
on.
was, but like the clip of when they tried to come double him and he pushing them back, calling them little ass boys, and they really trying to get on him, and he just like, bruh, I wish we got someone that talk like that. He's not as physical and demo, but I wish J Ram was on my side of the ball for my team, bro, because that dude's a game changer, bro. And as you can see, he won the game for y'all on the last drive, smacking the hell out of Garrett Wilson to force the turnover on down. So yeah, if y'all figure everything else out on defense, bro, he'll carry y'all where y'all need to go, because that's all he's done in his career.
Right.
There was a little animosity in that game. Like I thought week one, like this was like the best week one energy wise, just like of like, nah, this ain't no friendly type sport. Like how NBA, like everybody dapping each other up, laughing. Like there was a lot of animosity. You seen it in the Steelers Jets, you seen it in the Cowboys Eagles, you seen it in the Niners and the Seahawks. And I felt like there was a lot of games that was like that. So I really like that energy just coming off of week one.
All right.
I could be
I
wrong.
think
Correct me if I'm wrong. Have y'all seen this many division rivals week one to start off the season? Is that normal? I feel like that's not really like a. I've seen we had a handful. Like we had us and the Seahawks. We had the Lions and the Packers. You had the freaking last night's game. Like I don't know. I feel like the NFL cooked with that low key because,
Lions and
like you
Packers got
said,
a lot of animosity too.
yeah,
I
it
like it
is
though.
lit.
It's kind of like
Eagles, Cowboys.
I'm not gonna say it's
Like,
watered down rivals, but it's kind of is like like the old head, like oh this is what we grew up on, the Eagles and the Cowboys, like oh the Seahawks and the Niners, like it
Chiefs,
ain't like the
Chargers.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like these are the old head rivalries for sure. So yeah,
you
it
got it
did
right
cook.
off the bat.
I didn't even think about that.
And
It was
Sun,
good. That's a good point because, like, even with the Chargers, or not the Chargers, Cowboys, Eagles, like Jalen Carter spitting in Dak's face, like that set the tone. Like, oh shit, it's
Right.
about to go
Right,
down,
right.
And then even like the Chargers Chiefs on Friday night, like they were getting chippy. Um, and I just think that's a great way. The NFL did a phenomenal job with this Week One schedule. Um, it was one of the best Week Ones. I mean, that I've seen. I was tuned into everything, so I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
it was
you had
some
the
close
Falcons and the
games.
Buccaneers, like all these divisional matchups, just like
right.
you said, like just great games.
Literally coming down to the final drive in
That's.
damn near all the games.
Hey, did that get punished for that? Did he receive punishment for spitting first? I know I
Nah,
saw
He
that on a
finished the
little clip
game.
He
that.
spit
he
on the
he
Man,
ground.
yeah,
he
he
spit
stood
on
on
the
the
ground.
ground,
He's
bro.
spitting on the ground. He don't need to be punished for that.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
Cameraman
man,
tried to
You
find
don't think he was trying to spit at him though? You don't think he was? You know what I'm
If he
saying?
was, he would have hit him
nah,
just like how
Thi-
Jalen Carter hit him, bro. Like,
Bro,
nah. I don't think I don't. If he tried to spit at him, I think the spit would have got there. In my opinion,
he is a
I think
quarterback.
he was
Spitting is
shot.
crazy though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, it's grass. I mean, it's fine. They on. I think outside of the field, it's a lot crazier. But when you in them lines, it's okay. It's like as long as you don't spit on me, like I see what you on. Now I'm gonna come hit you. Like those are the types of areas where you're supposed to. Okay, like I'm trying to get away with something that off the field I would go to jail for. So, I think like him. Now he was. I thought it was a smart tactic because I think he knew the type of energy Jalen Carter was going to bring. Right. He kind of played the mental game there, and it worked in his favor. So like I don't know, but let's talk about Sunday night's game. It's crazy because Derrick Henry got that touchdown, putting them up 15. And y'all know me, I like to be on a strict schedule. Like if the game's over, I'm going to sleep. Like so, man, I want y'all to explain that because I wake up and I see the results and I'm like, oh shit, like the
You
Bills
missed.
actually won. Yeah, I didn't watch the
Wow.
end. So talk through that a little
Hey,
bit. I want Miles. I want you to start off a little bit. Talk about that. What was your thoughts about that game?
I thought it was over. I thought it was over like you, man. I kind of just was tuning the game out, but it was something about that Josh Allen, bro. Like you just looked at him, he didn't have that look of defeat, and I hate to say it, bro. And it was just like he was looking like Superman out there. Every drive, I kind of felt like okay, they got a chance to score. Like they kept getting down. They got some magic going on in this game, and then fast forward to the Derrick Henry fumble. I mean, bro, that's when I knew it was meant to be. The football god said, "Yeah, they win in this game tonight." It was crazy, bro. I think that's a heck of a way to like go out on Sunday Night Football, bro. To come back from a deficit like that, so it was crazy.
for sure. I think it's one of those games like regardless of what have happened on either side, whatever the outcome was, like the two people you absolutely could not put blame on were the two quarterbacks. In my opinion, that's just how they played. I think when you look at both defenses, obviously you don't. It's not ideal to give up 40 points at all in a game. And then when you look at the Ravens trying to close it out, you just absolutely cannot have a fumble, in my opinion, especially from a guy like that. Yes, he had 2 touchdowns. He was running crazy. I think he had 175 that up until that point, but ball security in a 2 minute drive or a 4 minute offense, bro, like that's number one priority. I think in that time, you see 3, 4 Bills defenders around you, like there's no point of fighting for extra yards. And then when you look on the other side of the ball for the Ravens, they just couldn't get a stop. I know we talked, like I think it was our first podcast. We said were they Super Bowl contenders after the Jair trade, and we all said yes, they should be. They should be heavily favored. But Jair looks sloppy, and I don't know if that's just from missing a lot of time last year, and he still got to get his feet wet, get back into the rhythm of things. But he looked really sloppy, which is surprising because I thought he'd be one of the best corners, at least in the conference, top-notch corners in the conference. But what I took away from that game is both quarterbacks did everything they could. Josh just had the ball. He did more with the opportunity because the ball was in his hands more. You hate to see Derrick Henry fumble like that after the game he had, especially if you have him in fantasy, because he was close to a 40-point night. I'll live with 35. It's cool, but hell of a game though.
Yes,
As a
sir.
Steeler fan, I am comfortable because yeah, both these teams, both the I am comfortable with both sides. Okay, because Josh Allen, that's just one person we got to beat. He really out there by himself offensively. I don't see no one else there with him that can help him support him. So as a Steeler
James
fan, that's a
Cook.
pl-
Keon Coleman?
as,
James
you
Cook had over 100.
we gonna stop James Cook. We ain't worried about James Cook. We ain't worried about Keon Coleman either.
Y'all couldn't
I
stop
ain't,
the ball.
I do like Buffalo's D line though.
Can stop Justin.
They got a nice little trio down line. Their D line is pretty nice. I like that about them. But besides that, man, they look a little mid. They just got a Superman at quarterback. Okay, that's about it. Um, Ravens, I ain't worried about the Ravens, man. They choke. You know, they choke against us. They choke against everybody else. I ain't worried about it. Lamar is a dog, but he's just showed that well, I don't know. He showed that dog, but it just is people around him. He can't do nothing but be perfect. Everybody else gonna have to step it up. But he fumbled. I ain't worried about him. You know what I'm saying? He always be dropping the ball against us. We get turnover against Lamar. So like I said, to wrap it all up, as a Steelers fan, I'm comfortable. Hell of a game, but both of them teams look mid. Ain't worried about them.
Coach, what's
Look,
your
Mid,
thoughts?
mid.
mid.
That was a great game for sure. It was Josh Allen and the Bills versus Derrick Henry and the Ravens. And I mean, it made for great television, right? So the Bills kind of figured it out. It took them 3.5 quarters to figure out how to stop the Ravens. You stop that running back. So they sold out. They figured it out. Took them 3.5 quarters, but they did. And then when it got down to it in the end, it was third and I believe 8, third and 10. Lamar throws a 3 yard pass, and of course the receiver gets tackled short of the first down marker, and the Ravens punt it back to Josh Allen, and he did what he did. Um, the difference in this game was the quarterback play. We could sit here and say, nobody deserves the blame. Josh Allen clearly outplayed Lamar Jackson. If you don't believe that, and I don't know what to tell you. And it really wasn't even close, to be honest with you. A lot of what Lamar was doing was quick throws, underneath, flat routes, drag routes, all that little stuff, right? A lot of yards after catch for him. Josh was doing that as well, but he was a lot more persistent, accurate, and he was spreading the ball around a lot more. So it was Josh Allen versus Derrick Henry. Josh Allen won. The Ravens are in trouble. I'm telling y'all right now. The Ravens are not going to be this team that we think they're going to be. The defense didn't look good. I'm not
Shit.
I'm not very faithful in the defensive
Terrible.
coordinator they got. I talked about their pass rush, their lack thereof of pass rush. And then Jair Alexander looked awful. Funny enough, the Packers look really good without him. Interesting. So yeah, I'm not feeling too good about the Ravens right now.
I just
And
don't see
drug
how you
test
could
DeAndre
say.
Yeah,
Hopkins.
I agree.
I don't see how you could say Lamar played bad or
Yeah, I
yeah,
want to know
Josh.
what he
Josh.
did
Oh, I
wrong.
would. You didn't say he played bad, but I don't know what more he could have done. Like he had 5 incompletions. You're talking about that 3 yard pass he threw, the motherfucker got smacked as he threw it. He didn't have no time. Like they brought a blitz. Like I don't know what more you want him to do. Has
Check
70
the
yards
protection.
rushing. You got five
What, you
people
want to
blocking.
protect him?
God damn.
Like,
You want him to go block
like,
and throw the ball?
like what do you like,
He's the
bro?
greatest quarterback in the league.
His,
I thought. I
his,
don't know. I thought he could recognize
his
a blitz
offense,
coming.
his
I don't
offense
know.
have 40. His offense have 40 points. Like, since when do we
He is
blame a
playing.
quarterback for that?
Like for dropping
Yeah.
40, like it's crazy.
With
Like
five,
it's
You gotta
you,
look at
crazy.
and
the
you said
defense,
you
bro.
said you said Josh
You
was
gotta
more
look at the
accurate.
defense
Dude
on
had
that.
5 incompletions the whole game. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I
Yeah.
understand your disdain for
Yeah,
Lamar. I get it. He
that
did.
was a Lamar hate speech.
You could say Josh outplayed Lamar because he definitely did. But to
That's
say Lamar
exactly
could
what
have
I
did,
said. That's literally what
yeah.
I said.
But you're trying to put blame on Lamar. There's nothing more you could do
Yeah.
after scoring 40 points. Like,
If your
you're
running
running
back
back
runs for almost 200 yards, how do you lose the game?
because he
The
fumbled
running back
and gave
fumbled
the.
at the
What are you
wrong
talking
moment.
about? He
Like,
fumbled the
at the
ball.
at the
Under
And the
wrong
They're
defense
moment.
had
mid,
zero
and
turnovers.
that's why they're
It's
mid.
And
never
then
going to
They
be
shit the
the
bed.
quarterback's fault.
Ravens always shit the bed.
I just don't see
Uh,
how you. If
the
he's gonna be, if you want to give him blame, he's literally the last person behind the coach,
that
defense.
team.
But like he's the last person you putting blame on, bro. I'm
How
sorry.
is he the best quarterback in the league, but every time they lose, it's never his fault? Like, how does
That's
that?
not what we
Because
saying
I've
though.
never,
That's
ever, ever seen that
we are
before.
see you're jumping to we're talking about this game, Johnny. We're not
Okay,
we're
talking
let's
not
about
talk
talking.
what
about this game. How, like, he had every opportunity to close this game out. Did
he
he
had
not?
40
Did
points.
he
What are
not?
you
Did he
talking
not
about? He
have?
led the
Did he
offense to
not have
40
every
points.
opportunity to close this game out?
So is he supposed to pick up the fumble from Derrick Henry? Like, is he supposed to like? What do you
How
want
about
him
he
to do?
convert? Can he convert a 3rd and 10 or no? He
He
can't do
got
that.
smacked. He threw the
Oh my
It,
ball.
God!
They
Come
were
on,
two
bro.
yards short.
Come
And
on, bro.
I feel like
even at then though, we've seen John Harbaugh do it before. Someone brought up a great point. One of the TV personalities a couple years ago against the Chiefs. It was a fourth down and like 2 or 3 on their side of the field, but they could not stop Patrick Mahomes. So what did John Harbaugh do? He told Lamar, "Do you want to go for it?" And they went for it, and they converted in the game. Same situation. You know your defense can't stop shit, and yet you give the ball right back to Josh Allen. At least you should take the chance and your quarterback to be like, hey, go give me 2, 3 yards. So that's where you could blame Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh, and then you could blame Lamar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get how you're just so like Lamar ain't do this, Lamar ain't do that. When we look at the scoreboard and it's 40-41 with no turnovers on them, like I don't get it, bro.
Right.
It was a great game.
You already said
Both
it, bro.
and Josh Allen showed us why he's the MVP. Some interesting remarks last episode. He was given the Here's Something Damn award last year. Somebody said that. I don't know who. I don't know why. But I think he kind of proved why he's the most valuable player in the National Football League.
Last year ain't got nothing to do with
I,
this year. I know that.
I will say this, man, that was I didn't see the rest of it. I kind of wish I did, but it's okay. I got my rest. But it was very impressive for Josh Allen to pull that win off, and with all the momentum, the Ravens' offense just looked unstoppable. They were like they by the time Derrick Henry scored that second touchdown, I was like, oh my gosh, like who is going to beat these guys? And that night they was beat. So I do love. I think the Ravens going to figure it out. They'll be fine. But Josh Allen, like, and how the Bills are playing offensively, like he's just one of those guys that just like Lamar, um, that man, like you can never count him out. And it's starting to feel like Mahomes-ish type of you can never count him out, right? I'm not saying he's better than Mahomes. I'm not saying he's better at that than Mahomes. But you can never count Josh Allen out.
It's true.
No, I agree, man. I think that Allen played a hell of a game, but I also think that Lamar Jackson played a hell of a game. And I think that the Ravens made mistakes as a team as a whole. I think that Derrick Henry played a hell of a game, but he made mistakes at the last final minutes where they cost the team the game. So did Jair Alexander. But this is one of those cases where I think that I think Josh Allen deserves his credit, but I feel like other team players on that team played well too. Keon Coleman stepped up and did his thing. This is one of the best games we ever seen Keon Coleman ever play. He's really shown his improvement from his, his first his time coming into the NFL. I think he's really going to show himself as a star in the league. I think he has the skill set to really do so, and he has the quarterback to do so as well. So like, I feel like a lot of people giving Josh Allen his credit, which he deserves it because he balls the fuck out every game. But I feel like he also has weapons on that team that just needs some time to develop as well.
Well, man, with that being said, like
Well
Johnny
said.
said, I'm gonna emphasize what Johnny said. Man, the NFL did a hell of a job with these week one schedules. To cap that off on Sunday night, that was just cinematic. Even last night's game, like the Bears and Vikings, once it started getting to crunch time, it showed a little bit. JJ McCarthy, it was his first game. He did better than I thought he was going to do. But I don't know about y'all, but I was watching Red Zone. Like Red Zone is usually my go-to. I kind of revert back into it because I like watching the whole games. So if there's like a game I'm very interested in, I'll watch that game over Red Zone. But obviously, Red Zone is very popular. But with the addition to now ads and maybe even some commercials coming up, like, have y'all noticed a difference already? What's y'all take on that?
I think I seen the stat. I think they ran a minute of total commercials or something like that, which is too much for me because I think I had texted in a group like there's gameplay going on, but they're running a DraftKings ad. Like that's pointless to me. Uh, I hate it. It's only going to get worse. This was just kind of like their trial run since it was the first one. But anything that ESPN touched, they seem to fuck it up. Not a fan, but it is what it is.
I do want to say, Kenny Fowler commented saying hello. Appreciate you watching, Kenny, old friend of ours from high school. So shout out to you, my brother.
What's up, kid?
Appreciate you,
Respect,
Ken.
respect.
Um,
I will say the red zone thing, like this is only the beginning, right? Just like Aaron said, when it gets to ESPN, that they might as well call it something different. I mean, this is only like a little test run. There's gonna be commercials left and right, and yeah, everything ESPN touches just dies. So yeah, it's gonna be only the beginning, and it's probably not gonna be like the picture-in-picture commercials. It'll go to full-blown commercial, um, 2 minutes type stuff as soon as it gets on ESPN because they need that ad money. They need those. They need that money. They do, and that's the point of it. So yeah, I don't like it. I did not watch Red Zone though. I was at the sports bar with my lady watching all the games. So had them all the TVs up and stuff like that. And then when we got home, we had the Niner Seahawk game. So that was a good one to watch. But just like Anthony said, if there's a game that I want to watch specifically, I'll watch that over Red Zone.
let let me ask this just to the group. And let's say it's not your team playing. Like there's a morning slate. None of your teams are playing, but there's games on. Would you prefer to watch that particular, like a particular game, or would you prefer to just watch Red Zone?
I quad
Red
box
Zone.
mines with red zone, so I'm always have red zone on, and then I pick the games that I'm interested in. So
God damn.
I never pick really. I just got them all.
They got money, what?
I'm old school,
I
man.
love odds.
I watch one game at a time, and I switch it. I don't even know what red zone is.
Shit.
Just
I
whatever's
don't. I
on
really
Channel
don't.
Yeah,
12.
I'm channel
Whatever
surfing over
on
here,
channel
brother.
12 and channel 7, we gonna flip back and forth, man, to the end. I watch the rest of
Man,
the shit on YouTube.
y'all got money, man. I'm a Stream East type of dude, man. Stream East went down. I found a way to find the website. I found the Mirror website, bro. That's how I
Man, we
watch all
put
my
you. I
games.
swear we put you on game, bro. Like I won't give out the information on the thing, but bro, look in the
You
group,
did.
bro.
Save it
You
for
got
after
it.
the
It's
pod,
in
bro.
there.
Save
Yeah.
it for after the pod.
It's right there for
What
you,
we doing
bro.
right now?
I would say like 2 3 years ago, like I was full red zone. I would prefer red zone over any particular games. Then I started seeing like it would be certain matchups and like it'll be good, and then it'll cut back and forth from game to game. I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I gotta see what's going on like every down. So I did turn into just wanting to watch that particular game. But just to go back to the ads on Red Zone, man, I honestly when I was watching it, I didn't really see no difference. Like, yeah, like there was certain ads that was coming on, but as the Geico ad came and the game was still playing, like there wasn't no moment where I was like, "Damn, get out the way!" or "Damn, why they showing this ad?" Like I feel like they did a good job with like spacing out the ad. Where okay, if you do show an ad, like nobody's in the red zone, nobody's about to score, and I feel like the whole purpose of red zone is make sure we don't miss those moments. I think another piece where they may show an ad because a lot of the times on the screens they'll just show stats, right? Or all the teams are at halftime, so they're just going over review. So I think that's where they need to kind of target where they are. I know with when it fully goes into ESPN, I know it's going to be a lot different, and I'm very intrigued of what it will be. But I honestly didn't see that. It didn't really bother me, to be honest.
I'm not a fan of the new saying either. Like we all are used to 7 hours of commercial free football starts now. Like I used to get as hype. Now it's fucking 7 hours of red zone foot. It just don't even sound right to me. It's the little things, but like I said, it was only a minute. It's only gonna get worse. So you say you don't see it now, I guarantee you you'll see it by the end of the season. But it is what it is. We can't do nothing about it. We seen it last year. We knew it was happening once the opening slogan changed. But yeah, I think red zone is gonna die off a little bit to make everyone revert back to just watching one or two games at a time. Honestly,
Man, and um, anybody else got anything else to say about Red Zone?
I will say the move is that I enjoy is going to like a sports bar or like a restaurant that's got all the games on. And everybody's there wearing their jerseys, repping their teams and stuff like that. And like that's kind of like red zone to me, you know. Especially if you got fantasy going on. I got this team over here, this guy on this TV, stuff like that. So, um, yeah,
Yeah. Who
Rest in
was
peace, Buffalo Wild Wings, man. That was the spot to do that at. That shit's gone now. Rest in peace, man.
there's a place in Fairfield School. We got to link up. I'll let you know.
Oh yeah, let me know, man.
Mhm.
um just to I just want to bring up, man, since we talking about football, like who was y'all like first off, what was y'all dream school, right? But who was y'all favorite player growing up? And it could be either college or NFL. Like, who was kind of that person when you seen that person play? Like, that kind of introduced you to football. Like, this is the reason why I want to play football.
Dude, man,
Hmm.
it had to be for me. LSU was my dream school for sure. Actually, I remember I did a project in Avid for this. It was LSU, and I was giving a speech, bro, and someone was hating on me and tried to like check me during my speech. But you know what I'm saying. But it's all good. But my favorite
I
player
was
had
in
to
this
be
class, bro. Don't start
LT
capping,
or
bro.
Randy Moss, bro. You know, bro.
Don't
It was
start
LSU.
lying for the
See,
pod.
damn.
it was probably your ass, Sean. Hey,
I-
It was
bro.
probably your ass.
Niggas was plotting day one. Oh God. But it definitely has to be LT or Randy Moss, bro, for sure.
Man,
Zach did a
for
peer
me,
review on this shit.
for me, I had a couple dream schools, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, my first dream school was Stanford, and then I quickly found out that that ain't happening. The grades you needed for Stanford, bro, was not. I wasn't even in the stratosphere of that shit, so I had to pivot a little bit. And then it was Cal, but same kind of standard there. So then I was just like, fuck it, I just want to go to a Pac-12 school. And then my favorite player growing up, Michael Crabtree. I think he has an argument for to be one of the greatest college wide receivers. And then probably has an argument. I won't say he was a bust. He had a couple good years with the Niners. Yeah, like he was a bust with us. Like he had like one or two good years out of like six. He had a decent year with
I
the
don't
with the
know about
Raiders.
that.
I won't call it a bust, but it just didn't live up to my expectations of what we seen from him in college. But that was my first jersey number, or no, it actually wasn't. I was number 80 with the Falcons. But when I actually got to pick my jersey number, it was 15 at Rod, man. And then I tried to carry it out through college, but that got lost in the sauce. But Michael Crabtree for sure.
When it
I,
comes to football, I really didn't took it serious until I got to high school. I had a good freshman year, and that's what really sparked it for football for me. So from that standpoint, I think Javid Best was the running back at Cal, and he was from the same area as me, and he's over here looking like Reggie Bush on TV. So
the Legion.
I want, yeah, I want Java Best is for sure a Cal legend running back, but yeah, I wanted to go to Cal just because Java Best.
Yeah. I hate that he had to go through all them concussions and man, he was getting bro, he was getting hit. Like, how you
Yeah,
always in this situation where you getting hit
Cause
like
the
this?
man can't stay out the air, bro. I remember the one
yeah,
bad one he had. He tried to somersault into the end zone, landed straight on his dome. Like,
Mhm.
man,
yeah. He
just
tried to
running
he
that
tried to
bit.
hurdle. Yeah, I think he tried to hurdle somebody, but that's just he's like that though. He
No, he
made video
was,
game moves.
he
Yeah, he was
was,
like that.
but hey, man,
They cost him.
They
what goes
cost
up
him.
must
Um,
come down.
Yeah.
It came down on
so
that head.
Shout out to him. I think he's coaching at Contra Costa now, so shout out to him, man.
That's what's up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, mine, man. You said his name, school Reggie Bush. That was my first recollection of like watching football and really having like a pack. I was hurt when they lost to Texas. USC was my dream school for sure. I played DB, but I was a running back at heart. And yeah, Reggie Bush was definitely that guy.
My dream
He
school,
was
for
moving.
whatever reason, became Georgia Tech. I don't know why I fell in love with Georgia Tech. Uh, yeah, I don't know. However, my favorite player was LaDainian Tomlinson. Uh, like I don't know, maybe it was watching him just go off against the Raiders twice a year, all them years. But that was my first jersey I ever had. Was a powder blue LaDainian Tomlinson jersey. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Damn, you
I'm
repped the
just
ops.
right.
Yeah, it
I
was a
never wore it. I hung it in my room. I hung it in my room.
That's funny. Can you imagine that? Like you putting you
Yeah,
watching the
clean
game
up.
and your son become one favorite player is the dude that's whooping your ass all season long. Like I feel like that's how Carmelo's gonna be about Lamar Jackson. He's gonna be like, man, I can't wait.
I remember we started a league in NCAA 14 and even before that. And like, we all picked our teams. I'm like, who the hell picked a Georgia Tech? And this is when they were still doing
Mhm,
the triple option. He wouldn't change the playbook or nothing. Like he would do the
mhm.
triple option and he'll play at Georgia Tech. So like I'm like, nah, this dude different.
Hell yeah. Funny enough, my coaching career went to
Add that
Georgia
playbook to
Tech
a
and
T, boy.
them boys. It came full circle.
Johnny is the only dude that I know play 15-minute quarters in a football video game for and play all the games in the season.
And the practice too.
Man, those are the days. I ain't got time for that no more. Man, that was fun.
That boy Zach chuckling. What type
Hey,
of laugh you
bro,
got going on? Zach, you
Go
up
ahead,
though?
bro. Go ahead.
Um, Hey, bruh. Nah, it's a funny topic for me because I never really had like real football dreams. I just love watching the game. But I gotta go with Mike Vick, man. That was the one that he was the one who made me really enjoy watching football. I had all the Mike Vick shoes. I had all the armbands, all that. Even though I was never a quarterback, played lineman my whole life when I did play. But he was the most electric player I remember growing up in NFL at least. Then I said for college, it's funny you said Reggie Bush because I actually was a huge um, fan of Texans back in that day when that was the best Rose Bowl I ever watched that matchup between Texas and USC. That was actually one of the best football games I ever watched in my life.
That's a
That Rose
fact.
Bowl being up late at night, that New Year's Day, like I was crazy. That was a crazy moment to see Reggie Bush jump over, but still Texas pull the win out. That was a great game. So I gotta go with Michael Vick though.
Yeah.
But
You know,
He
it's
had
UCLA was my dream school.
okay.
just to spread some little light on that, bro. Like that's really crazy that you think about that or you say that because like USC against Texas, I use that game like a time machine. Like I could put myself exactly where I'm at, the exact conversation, the exact people around me, and the exact moments of the game. Like that's how good that football game was. And I feel like we would never experience something like that because there's so much phones, there's other shit going on around you that people, everybody, even grandmas and aunties that don't know football are watching the game and connected to the game. So that's just a beautiful moment right there. That USC versus Texas game, man.
I
Sorry,
think I
man.
remember that being on a school night. I think,
That's for
Yeah,
us.
because
yeah.
it was Mondays. I think they usually have the games on Mondays.
I
That's
remember begging
crazy.
my parents to let me stay up and watch the end of it.
Please.
Yep.
Yeah.
For real, I swear, I was all the way in Sacramento then, cause it was like a party. It was like a whole ass party for that. That's crazy.
You need to spread some light in that room. I'm glad you said that quote, but um, let's. All right, tomatoes. But let's move on.
I was gonna throw it. Maybe with you. I was gonna throw it.
Nah. Speaking of that, man, remember we were just so invested in that, like, when you
Boy,
said something and there was a risk of hearing that tomatoes or
man.
that we used to say a sound that was like "die" and like do hand motions, like we
That
were
was the
throwing
worst. That
tomatoes.
was the worst feeling. You thought you said something funny, and it's just quiet for like 3 seconds, and you know everybody finna do it too, bro.
I love my dog.
That shit brings PTSD. Like you scared to say shit now. It's just like as an adult.
It was the worst in the Xbox party, bro, because you couldn't see nobody facial expression. You just knew it was coming though, bro.
Right. When
There's
everybody
one
go quiet.
particular. There's one particular
That
We
tomato
all
shit built
know.
that
The
character.
they did.
cops
We all know.
donuts.
That's crazy.
I don't even think we call tomatoes, bro. We,
Ah, come
we,
on.
we,
We doing
it was
this
one
on
of those.
live, huh?
Yeah, my fault.
I love my dog, bro.
I,
We let off one of those. Ha ha. Yeah.
Oh shit.
yeah. I think out of us six though, we all had our fair share of tomatoes and everything, but I like how like we was just so young, like we would just say anything that would just come into mind, and it was crazy because I was talking to my coworker earlier. I was like, "What do you feel like your funniest stage of life was?" Right? And she was like, had to think about it. She's like, I feel like I was always funny. I was like, well, nah, I understand that piece, but what do you feel like your funniest stage in life was? And I said, like, I feel like my funniest stage is when, like, I got into college because, like, I felt like I was more intelligent with my jokes, but I wasn't as mature as I was now. So like anything that came to mind, I was just going to say. So I kind of throw a wrench at y'all. Like, what do y'all feel like was the funniest stage where you feel like you was the funniest?
Man, I don't know. I
don't
felt
have
like
to
College.
shit was when shit was the
Boy.
funniest for me was like my junior senior year in high school, bro. Just cause we say some wild shit, some dumb shit, and it was just funny. Like whether it be Xbox party or in person, bro, it was like almost like a every weekend thing where we was kicking it, and out of nothing to do, we'd always find something out of that, and it was just everybody was funny. I don't know, bro. I'd have to say junior senior year, bro. That's where because there was no we didn't care about like there was no cancel culture, so you could really say whatever the hell you wanted, like and it's just kind of free. Now half the shit we said back then, I don't think we dare say that today, but there was no limits back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just not on camera.
Yeah, true, very true, very true.
Do a
I'm,
tweet,
I'm
boy.
curious to hear Miles' answer. Miles, you
Boy,
fading
so my
out a
mind
little.
is
Oh, yeah, you faded now.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Aw,
Shit.
Man,
It's
someone
probably
in
best that we
man,
can't hear him.
it's
It's
the
Yeah.
probably
censorship,
best.
bro. It's like
It's
they know he
probably
about to say
best.
some
Out of
foul.
everybody, out of everybody we can't hear right now, it's probably best we can't hear him.
Nah. But speaking of younger self and stuff like that, what is one piece of advice? I want everybody to kind of go around. What is one piece of advice you would give your younger self? Um, just yeah, if you had a moment in time to speak to your younger self, what is one piece of advice you would give to them? And Scoob, I'll start with you.
Well, damn. I wanted to say when the funniest time I was in my life. I think my funniest time had to be like middle school, because there's a lot of times I went to room one, I got sent home and shit, and my mom wanted, there was a rule, you get sent, I'm beating that ass, like period. So I had to create a joke. This is when I sparked my creativity, because if I didn't create a joke, that belt was coming in three seconds. So I would have to crack a joke, and I make my mom laugh every time. I'm like 7 for 8 when it came for those shots. Yeah.
Nah, I got that
That's a
one
high
miss hurt
percentage.
though.
that one that
That
you see,
one
and
miss
that
hurt.
that miss happened in the beginning, and I made sure to never ever. You know what I'm saying? I got hit so hard, man. But yeah, that was the funniest time in my life was middle school. But to carry back onto your situation, or to what you asked me, if I had to give myself advice at a young age, I'd probably say don't rush the process, man. I think as kids we want to grow up as fast as possible, or some kids are even put in a situation where they have to grow up fast, and it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So to go along with that, I would just say keep your innocence as long as possible. So you when you start doing older shit, you get into older stuff, and you're doing what I'm saying, older things happen. I think keeping your innocence as a kid, adolescence is very important. I think because situations like that, you wear it on your sleeve and people can see it. So if I had to give myself advice, keep your innocence. Don't be so quick to leave home. You know what I'm saying? That goes along with don't rush in the process. And I would never leave the sport atmosphere. I think that was something was my identity. I think that's what I was known for in my community, was playing sports. So I think the moment I shied away from sports or went away from sports, I had to create a new identity or this, that, and the third, and it was just like a whole identity crisis I had to go through, which is taking me into the medical field to help out with brothers like that that's going through that crisis. So yeah,
I,
that's
li-
probably
I,
what I would say to him.
I like you brought up the identity crisis because and it doesn't even have to be sports related, but just dealing with people, especially when you go from that transition from a young adult to a full on grown adult. Like I feel like that's where you could find a lot of identity crisis, whether it is getting out the sport, whether it is graduating from college, and you're like, damn, I did 4 years of marketing and I don't even want to do this shit. So I feel like additional to everything else you said. I feel like that's definitely real. Uh,
Nah,
I
for sure.
I apologize for not giving you that chance to answer, brother. Zach and Johnny, if y'all want to answer the funny part real quick before getting into the advice, then feel free.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go ahead. Now I would say college, man, because I still feel like first off, y'all was some of the funniest people I met, but I feel like I was still even though I went away from college, I feel like I was still very attached to y'all. Like I start talk to y'all on a very frequent basis because we had our group chat and all that. But I still had my dogs away. That was at college wit where we was roasting all day, every day. So I feel like I still had my at home group and I still had my away group that was, what I'm saying, it was a bunch of funny moments, man. So I would say college.
And then what advice would you give your younger self?
I would say always never be afraid to be yourself. I feel like at times when I was growing up, I always felt like, okay, kind of felt like I was a little on the nerdier side. I feel like, but at the same time, I feel like that was just growing up, realizing later on, like, and that's who you truly are. And a lot of people gravitated towards me for just being myself, honestly. And I feel like just never being, it's like just trying to be like someone else is never a good thing. And nothing good comes out of that. So I was just be yourself, be true to who you are at all times.
Yeah. I love that. I love that for sure. Johnny, you can answer both or just one of those questions.
I would say like just like Aaron said, our the junior senior year of high school, like there was never a time where we weren't laughing. Like it didn't matter if we were at school, my house, your house, Miles' house, whoever's house, like Taco Bell. It didn't matter where we were. Like it was just funny. Um, And like I've never replicated that type of environment where it's just good times 24/7 no matter what. But the advice I would definitely give to my younger self is kind of like what Scoob said, is just like don't rush the process, like slow down. Like, when we're 18, 19, it's so easy to be like, I'm gonna do this, I gotta go here, I'm gonna do that, I wanna try this, I wanna do, it's just like I wish I kind of just slowed down and like planted my feet, and kind of focused on that a little more. Because like my nonstop trying to chase something mentality like lasted for almost 10 years. And like this year, this 2025 year is the first year like in my life where I've like really settled down and like had a plan for myself long term. Like, so it just from that my younger self, that mentality carried on, which isn't a bad thing. Like I had great experiences, I learned so much, all that type of stuff. But I wish I just kind of focused more on like, planting my feet, building something for long term, back then.
Yeah. No,
Real
That's
quick,
real.
real quick. Where do you think the funniest spot was in high school from junior senior year? Because I was there for most of them, so I just want to see
McDonald's.
McDonald's. You say
McDonald's or that Carl's Jr. parking lot. That
Carl's Jr.
parking lot.
Hey,
Right
think
there.
about that. That's a good one.
Legendary
I would have to.
moment.
I have to say the school parking lot, man. That shit was
Ooh.
The
hilarious.
school parking lot was
Which
where
one,
I was
though?
at, boy.
The one
Which
by
one,
the
though?
football field.
Football one.
Not that big.
Yep.
Football field. That's like a
Long
VIP
hours.
section. Like
Yeah, it's some long time.
he said the VIP section.
for real.
And wherever we was at when we shot that video on YouTube,
Yeah, bro.
that was a funny day. That summer when Miles got on that car, bro.
Bruh, if we
I ain't
stayed
gonna
on
tell the
that
rest of the
shit from
story.
that moment, bruh, who knows where we'd be at right now, bruh. Like, if we just stayed doing that shit, posting on YouTube,
Yeah. We
Man,
had a
The
little buzz from
originals.
Vine. We had a little buzz on
Y'all,
Vine.
y'all had the vision.
we did.
Anthony
Yeah.
was fine famous though. What he do?
Bruh, on me, what?
He was
Gucci
fine.
yeah, Anthony was
famous.
fine.
I got BB Bot, baby.
That night was funny as hell too.
That was
Zodiac Shack
that was-
night.
The Zodiac Shack, hella dusty ass motherfuckers in there, bro.
And I'm over
Hey.
here like, hey,
Oh
take
my
this video
God.
for me.
I don't even know if that was a Zodiac Shack. That was just some random ass shack.
Some
in the
random
middle
ass
of
barn.
Napa.
Yeah, we went to what barn was it?
We was in Vallejo somewhere, bro.
Vacaville.
It was like,
Was
bro,
it?
it was. We was
in
thinking about
Vacaville.
that shit more. I think we had a scrimmage earlier in that day, bro. We didn't even give a fuck about, and we just stayed out there to just do that. Like we was more focused on that than the actual scrimmage. Like I don't know, bro. That was a
Then there was a
night
certain
though.
trail y'all wanted to follow, and it said warning snakes. I was like, nah, y'all got it. I'm staying over here. I don't mess with snakes.
Mhm.
I barely
No fear,
mess with the
no.
petting zoo. I ain't going with no damn snakes are.
We
Miles.
used to show.
Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say
Nah,
we used to
go ahead,
show
bro.
up like late to like games just because we was. I think we showed up to that Napa scrimmage because we was just chilling in McDonald's on bullshit, bro. like, bro, we did not give a fuck, bro. Like, we had a time at McDonald's. We was late to a fucking scrimmage. Like, I don't know, bro. We was on something different in high school, bro.
Hey,
Like
you
that.
remember
McDonald's was so
senior
lit.
year-
We had followers at McDonald's.
Yeah, bro.
Remember senior year, we went to we had the first game against Vacaville at Vacaville, and I took the back road, and my car starts tripping. It starts smoking. Like it's about to not blow up, but like something's going out right now. Like, and we're on
Transmission
one
fluid.
we're on a one lane, and there's hella cars behind us, just like beeping, honking, get out the way, and I'm
Bro was
just
going like 10 miles per hour, bro. Like,
You didn't think to pull over?
yeah,
You can't. It's a one lane, so you can't pull over until you get past the prison. So it's like we were going that for like at least 5 to 10 minutes. I'm just happy the car didn't give out.
How'd you get to the game? You drove that to the game?
You know what? I had a bucket in high school, so I had a
I
gallon. of
remember,
water.
nigga. I was in that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you probably remember that. Hey man, don't talk about that car, man.
Hey,
I saved
hold
him
on,
$1,000. This car had 2 bullet holes in the back, but it was all right. It still ran.
Scoop, I feel like
Hey,
I feel like
bro,
I
we
can
got
say
some
I feel like I
memories,
can say this now, bro, because you got that new whip now. You know what I'm saying? But boy, the cars you had from high school, even when we was at Sierra, bro. I remember he let me drive his. You gotta tell a story about the black Honda Civic. But he let me drive that bitch one time. I had to go to the doctors. He's just like, hey, the steering wheel a little tight, so you might have to like really like pull that motherfucker down, bro. I'm trying to take a right, bro, and like I promise you, like I've never taken the widest turn of my life, bro. I could not turn this steering wheel to save my life, bro. I was like, how does this dude drive this shit all day?
Hey, forearm strong as shit, boy.
I had to like. I was like, hell no, bro.
The steering fluid had a leak, man, so you had to go and replace the steering fluid every day. And I didn't replace it that day, and bro had to go to the hospital. So I said, "Fuck it, man. Hey, I'm just gonna let you know now. It's like turning a boat." So
He would not lie. It's probably worse than that too. I was like, bro, fuck this appointment, dog. I'm finna turn this bitch back around. But we made it
I
somehow.
have 2 reasons to go to the hospital that day.
Right.
no, right, yeah.
Nah, man.
The Thunderbird was my favorite car though, bro.
And that's the one with the bullet holes in the back. That was my favorite car.
That shit was
too,
legendary.
Yeah, that's a nice car, brother. Hey,
Hell no, it was a nice car.
Hey,
Hell no, it wasn't.
Hey,
Hell,
bro, you had a
Bro,
car
bro.
in high school, bro.
I
Not a lot of
remember,
people
bro.
can say that, G. Hey,
I had to grind for that
respect.
motherfucker.
Bro got mad at me. I accidentally slammed the door. That motherfucker.
my fucking mirror flew off and hit me in the head, like the rear view right here. He's like, "All right, bro." Like you know how like CJ from San Andreas, how he gets out and slams the car. He slammed the door in that mirror, and hit me in my. I'm like,
Bro.
I got hella mad.
You got some car stories. I tell you that,
Bro, there's a story I wish I could tell,
Nah,
but I remember sitting in DeAndre's back seat and that mirror almost hit me in the face, flying backwards, bro.
What you had that mirror duct tape or something?
That
Nah.
damn mirror, bro.
That
Oh
mirror
my
almost
God.
caused accidents. Go back to that car. You know, I had to calculate my miles
take it.
with that.
Oh, yeah,
The
'cause
gas gauge was out.
Bro,
So
you gonna have you low key got to get a segment of just your cars,
Holy
bro.
shit.
I promise you, bro.
Yeah,
I
bro.
promise you, bro. Cause you ain't even the best one is we ain't even talk about it when you first got the Civic. I remember it because you got that at Sierra, right?
yeah, I did, man. That was
Yeah,
so-
bro. I remember the first day, bro. Might have to say that, bro. But that shit.
No problem. I'll start the next part with that story.
No problem.
I'll start the next part with that story. Hey, if you guys are tuning in, man, you guys want to hear about my fucked up Honda Civic, man, make sure you tune in next Tuesday for episode 12. I'm going to open the podcast with that shit. And if you sold me that Honda Civic,
Oh,
God watch
you ain't
it.
shit.
God watch it.
You ain't shit, bro.
Set you up for failure,
If you
boy.
sold me that, I was a struggling college student, and I worked at 2 jobs for that car, and you sold me that shit. And I'm thinking you're just
man.
a trustworthy mom. To hell with you. It's all right, man.
Struggle some more, boy.
We'll get it fully out next week. So y'all tuned in. Miles, going back to the question, man. We're looking forward to this first answer, which is what is you feel like you're funniest. I feel like you have different areas. I will say it openly, Miles is definitely the funniest in the group. Just be it when he tries and even when he doesn't try. But Miles, what do you feel like your funniest era? And then what advice would you give your younger self?
Yikes, brother. The funny Miles, bro, started at a young age. And bro, I can't even lie, man. I've had some moments, bro. Like, it's crazy because I took what I knew in elementary school and brought it to high school, and it just got amplified. Or like through middle school, high school, and it got amplified into what y'all see, what y'all seen and what y'all see now. Definitely, I got a little bit more calmer. Life kind of forced me to tone it down just a little bit. But man, I would say, brother, my funniest era would have to be from like 17, or no, that's graduation. I'd say like 15, bro, all the way to 21, 22, because like, even at that point, y'all was still out here. We was all linking and shit, bro.
Are you saying
like,
age
just
or
the-
year?
Age gap. Within that age range, bro, because like literally, that's a long, brother. It was some unhinged shit.
He said he had a Kobe Pete.
Yeah, that's a Patrick Mahomes. Go ahead, man.
Bro, it was legendary, man. I feel like we had some we had some great times. Whether it was just us chilling, man, we be chilling in the whip, just talking shit. It was just all the homies, or like we be on the Xbox. You feel me? We all still had time to just be pulling the late nighters. Like the Anthony told the story of the freaking Mr. Krabs event, bro. Which there's another one too, bro. We used to I forget what the song was, but we used to like just I don't know. It was like
Some live for
man,
the
we
bill, some kill for the bill.
bro, we
got
saying
different-
that loud as hell, bro. We saying that loud as hell, bro. And mind you, it's like 12 o'clock at night. My dad come in the room like, "Hey, son, you're too loud. You need to calm it down." Like, and everybody heard this over the mic, so I'm like, "Yeah, I'm wilding right now." But definitely, I would say that was a funny era, man. But that was literally, but this kind of transitions into my life advice though, because man, when we was coming up, the dark skin, light skin thing was a huge thing, bro. I went to an all white school, so I got it hella crazy. So I feel like that funniness was like a defense mechanism for me, kind of just to like brush off, like, all right, bro, like you different, you don't fit in. But so I think I'll say the advice to myself is be confident in who you are. I think Zach kind of touched on it, but I think that's important because confidence is key, man. It got me to where I'm at now. Like, if I wasn't confident in who I am, I wouldn't have none of the things I have now. So that's definitely one thing I would say for sure. But also take yourself serious, and the other people will take yourself serious as well. I found myself joking a lot, and a lot of times, like, which is cool. There's a time and place for everything, but definitely once I started to like realize like, hey man, like which I said that era from like 16 to 21, I felt like I was a jokester, but eventually it kind of locked in on me like, hey man, you gotta take shit serious. So I locked in, man, and I got on my shit, which as any man, you gotta find that time to lock in. Career wise, man, I would definitely tell myself play baseball for sure, because that was where the bread was. And I wouldn't have. I like football, but man, I don't know if I would have did it, bro. Because like I feel like them hits, bro. I took a lot of blunt hits to the head, and I feel like CTE. And that should be real, boy. Which kind of leads to my unhinged stuff, but bro, it's
Oh no.
That's that funny shit right there. Just the side comments for him. It's the little inputs for him that be making him hella funny. Like, my bad.
nah, it's all good, man. I think it's just kind of a part of who I am. I think God puts us in places for certain reasons and makes us who we are for certain reasons. So if mine's just to provide a little laughter and a little bit of smiles in this world, man, that's all good. So just be confident in who you are, and once you realize who you are or whose you are, bro, like just be it. That's why I tell myself. But definitely, if I could pull him to the side, I say invest in crypto, invest in Bitcoin, put your $20 in there, bro, and live comfortably the rest of your life. That's all I say.
Any other advices, Moth?
But I can keep going. How long we got, man?
That man list 7 things. God damn. Save some for us. But
You do fortune cookies on your side time. You just be writing them motherfuckers and put them in the cookies.
yeah. Aaron.
Must be the juice.
Courage juice.
Yeah, man.
Aaron, you said your era already. What advice would you give your young self?
Yeah, I low-key think about it a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. One thing, kind of like Miles, man, invest, but not in Bitcoin or nothing, but just invest in yourself. Because you got a lot in store for you, you just don't know about it. And I look back to high school, I ain't take high school serious at all, man. I want to play football, I want to run track. And that kind of messed me up a little bit. Had to take the JUCO route, which it's funny because like there's a lot of things I would have told myself to change, but I appreciate the path that I took to get to where I'm at today. So it's kind of like I don't know if I would want to change that because I ultimately got to do what I wanted to do, but I just think the opportunities would have been a little better. Who knows what it would look like for a younger me if I paid attention in conceptual physics, bro, and instead of getting a D, I get a C. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't know, man. It's just apply yourself, man, because you won't have to go through the hurt I had to go to get to where I got. You could have just got a straight, easy path there. It was all laid out for you. So that's really the only thing, man. Just apply yourself, take shit serious, man. Sit down, pay attention in class, and everything else is gonna follow after. Because my biggest heartbreak was not being able to run track my senior year. Because that was the year all the homies decided they wanted to do it. Johnny, actually, you did it that one year. John was in it, so it was dope. Zach, I know you was with the field, if I'm not mistaken, and I was
It's a
happy for
fact.
y'all when y'all went to state. I was at state the year previous, and it would have been dope because I felt like I could have been that missing piece on the 4x1 team to take us over there again. So it's little shit like that that I think
We
about
would have
to
won
this
that
day.
shit.
Yeah, it's shit like that that I still think about to this day. It's like, damn, if I would have just sat down and paid attention for fucking 50 minutes or an hour and 50 minutes, however long the class was, life could have been different. But then again, I'm happy where I'm at. Like I said, I still got to fulfill my dream in playing in the Pac-12. Probably could have played at a better Pac-12 team. You know what I'm saying? Oregon State, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to be at Cal, stay home. But yeah, that's really it, man. Just apply yourself, bro, and let all the opportunities come to you off of that.
To your
To
point,
emphasize,
if you just real quick, if you were able to run track that senior year, I might have not been on that 4x1 team. So for some,
Blessing in disguise.
Nah,
for
man.
some, hey, for something to be born, something must die. So
Nah, man. We would have been
uh,
that bitch, bro.
I'll take
I
you
call
10
you
out of
that.
10, Johnny.
to emphasize how much he didn't give a fuck, I think we had practice at 3:30, and there's just one practice. He told me I'm gonna be late, bro. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean it's cool, you know. He's like, yes, we might have to do some running. I'm like, all right, it's cool. I'm thinking like, you got some homework or something to do after school real quick. This I think
Look at
practice
girl.
ends at 6:30. I think he got there at 5:30 or 5:45. We already an hour or two into practice, and he's walking down. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, bro. It was
What did I
bad.
hear?
It was
Get
bad.
on your chest. It was not playing with him.
That's
Oh
one
man.
thing I wish we had. I wish we had more accountability from our coaches, man. Like, I feel like that would have changed all of us in a sense. Like, we went through three different coaches every year of high school. For most of y'all, four because y'all played freshman year. But I feel like if we would have had someone to hold us accountable, because like I remember towards the end of the season, our senior year, bro, we had players skipping practice to go to McDonald's and chill at McDonald's. It wasn't us this time, but like it's just no one gave a fuck, bro. Like, and I wish we had that mentorship to like give a fuck about us to make us like you miss practice, I bet you don't play in this game or something. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really. There was no discipline outside of just get on your chest. Like, all right, we could do up downs all fucking day. Like we 15, 16 years old. That ain't nothing. But like I don't know. I feel like we would have all benefited from that, and it sucks we never got that opportunity because we had. I ain't gonna say we was the best high school with talent, but we had some dogs, bro, and we were a lot better than fucking 3, 4 wins every year, bro.
For
I feel like
sure.
we got robbed of that experience, dog. Honestly.
We did. A lot of careers died because of that.
It
Yeah.
sound like
That's how
y'all
it
was
is.
the it sound like y'all was the Richmond Oilers before Coach Carter.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
real. Yeah, it really was.
Never got our Coach Carter, man.
We
That's
Man,
had our
we
coach
was
Close
Carter
the
to it.
Carter.
freshman.
Close to it.
oh, we did.
Shoot, I was the opposite. We did everything right. We was just ass. But I'll say my advice, and then I'll try to make it quick. Um, it's man. First off, everything. Yeah, I see it. Everything that y'all said, man. Everything applies to my life. I wish I would have taken all that advice y'all said serious. And I'm gonna just say something that's really an extension of what y'all been saying already, but maximize like your opportunities. I feel like there was a lot of times where I was comfortable, I was content, especially like when in high school I was like the popular guy, like I was cool, like I was one of those people who's like, oh man, like I don't really have to work hard for nothing. Like on foot, like when it came to football, like I was the best on the team, and like or at least one of the best, right? If not the best. So it was like, man, like I don't really have to work hard. Like I didn't maximize the opportunity. So I first seen it when I was at CSM. And I was like, nah, I'm ass. Like I gotta improve. I gotta work on my skill set. And I feel like I had maximized my opportunity at CSM, but when it got to Mizzou, I kind of reverted back to my old way. So really, just maximizing all of your opportunities because I was a roommate with a first rounder, and I knew at the time like he will wake up in the middle of the night and go to the football facility and just work out. And I seen his work ethic, and I see where it got him, and that's the same place I want to go. But my work ethic was not close to that, and I expected the same result, right? And it doesn't even have to be sport related. Like even in class, like Aaron was saying, like coming. I remember at CSM, like when my teacher was like, okay, like it's one of those things where like your grade can't drop, like it can only rise. And I just didn't feel like taking the test, so I was like, I settled for a B when I could get an A. I feel like that right there was like just a difference in the mindset that I wish I would have just taken the test and try to get an A because I feel like that right there changes. Um, Even now, I'm trying to deal with stuff of like at school. I know I talked to you about it. Even trying to start up my own business, right? And I'm reverting back to the old ways where I'm not maximizing every day, every opportunity where I could get things moving. So the things that I would tell my younger self, I'm still telling myself today, and that's why I want to tell my younger self that, and hopefully it would have clicked a lot earlier because man, your old habits are strong if you don't change them.
Boy, that's a
Love
fact.
it. Love it.
Yeah.
But it looks like we are running out of light, so we are going to end this call, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all for tuning in. Eric, you tune in every week, man. We love you. Appreciate you tuning in. He said Canelo versus Crawford. It sounds like an invitation.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
When's it
that's
going down?
that's what it sounds like.
Saturday, boy.
Oh yeah.
Um,
What's
so
up, E? Open it up. Open up the
So
floor.
Miles, we're gonna bank on you to be the extension of communication there, if there is going to be an invitation at that point. But we appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and tune in next week. Peace.
What do you say, man? Hit the fucking button.
Hit the motherfucking button before you leave this
Uh,
Yeah.
For every like we get, Screw get more likes.
bitch. For every life we get,